Yep, I got all 3 of your streams up.
Nice.
Woo.
Giggity.
I got yours
I
up,
hope.
so clutch.
All right,
So,
I guess we should let the host take over from here.
Llama?
God damn it. Dude, we did not even discuss how we were going to do the intro this week.
We were just gonna.
Here's another meme.
Yep. Because last week was, we actually introduced ourselves.
Just introduce yourself and then introduce
Hi.
everybody.
I'm Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Oh,
Hi.
am I pointing at Blanky? I'm pointing at Blanky on my side.
You're pointing at gunk on my side.
My too.
Okay, well, on my stream, I'm pointing at Blanky. This is Blanky. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday!
The first
Happy
person to
birthday.
say thank you.
Oh, happy
You're
birthday!
welcome.
Merry Christmas.
This is Gunk.
Hi.
That, finger. Geo's in the corner.
I'm over here.
Clutch is below me.
She's
I'm
that's
okay.
the only one she got
Get
right
shit
so far.
on.
Get shit on!
Get shit on. And machine.
And just
He
machine.
looks-
Got it.
You look so pretty today.
Oh.
It's karma bitch for forgetting me last week.
Oh.
Hey,
Touche.
Shots fired.
We're starting it off good. Let's go.
going off strong.
So, what is this, Daddy? What are we doing here?
We're
Let's
doing,
kind of tell
we're-
everybody.
We're doing the podcast thing where we talk about
What's it
the
called?
video games.
What's it called?
The podcast.
Dysfunctional gamers. Sorry,
You had a look.
it's been a long fucking week.
This is
okay?
fucking chaotic.
Yep.
It is.
So,
this is what happens when
If
you're
it's
just
not
like,
chaotic,
here,
we're not
Daddy.
doing it right.
Here, Daddy, you
So-
take
so yeah,
the reins
as-
this week.
For all the viewers across the 3 different Twitch channels and YouTube channels, this is the Dysfunctional Gamers podcast.
And that
the
ain't
main
no
hosts-
fucking joke.
The main hosts are, well, on my end, I'm looking correctly. Daddy is directly to my left, but for everybody else, yeah. And
I'm
Geo
Daddy.
below me. Those 2 are the ones that really
Geo
kind of
below
pulled
me,
this
got it.
together.
Where's
the,
your
the rest of
belongings?
us,
I'm all good
the
down
rest of
below.
us was just kind of fucking roped in. So here we go.
I'm roped in.
So, damn it,
One of you
Llama.
go, not both of you.
Alright, okay. I'll take the reins from here. So
Okay,
today we're
thank
going to cover a couple of topics from retro games to games still in development being pushed back by developers. And we are also going to have Llama's Funko of the week. That is the Funko that Llama loves the most this week. And she's got hundreds of them. That's not a joke
113.
either.
137.
There we go.
Yeah.
And then after Llama, we have Geo's Weird News, which I'm Geo, hi. And
Hi.
then after that, we will be discussing horror games.
Hi, how are you?
You skipped one.
Did we?
Our Apex talk, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So I did, yes. Well, fuck your Apex Talk machine. No, I'm joking.
Ah,
Excuse me.
I was gonna say you're the one that
So-
suggested it, bro.
Yes, we will be discussing some Apex as well after my Weird Gaming News. So, yeah. And then after that, we've got horrors. My apologies for that there, ladies and gents. So who wants to take the reins on the first topic here, which is retro games from the 2000s?
I'll do it.
Okay, Mr. Guy.
You just don't want your shit
Like
stolen.
early 2000s, you said?
Yeah, right.
I thought it was
No.
90s.
Tell you what.
Before
2000s.
2000s.
Okay.
Okay. So per our agreement, I'm only gonna pick 2, and I'm gonna pick the top 2 that I listed. Okay. And then I'll let you guys, because I'm pretty sure some of the other ones actually, I'm gonna change it, but I'm gonna use 2 that I remember playing.
Oh,
as
here
a
we
kid.
go.
So 2 games that I found that are retro that were made before the year 2000. One of them is The Amazing Spider-Man that came out in 1990. Yeah, this was a video game developed in 1990 and released.
That was on the
It's-
first PlayStation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I played.
I
the
remember
shit
growing
out
up
of that
playing
game, bro.
Yes. The other one I'm gonna use here is Quake, the original from 1996.
Nice.
Solid pick.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Both are very fun, good games to play. For our viewers, if you want to find some classic games, check them out. I'm gonna pass the reins to Machine.
Ooh. Ooh. I got a good favorite one of mine. It's gotta be
Okay.
Nuke Dukem. You remember that one? It was created back in
You mean
'96.
You mean
Nuke Dukem.
you mean Duke Nukem?
Yes, there we go.
Dyslexia, ladies and gentlemen.
God damn it.
Just kicked you in the balls, sir.
It did. Oh.
Dysfunctional gamers.
Well, we have this arcade. We have this arcade here in Billings. It's in the mall. And anytime my mom and her friends would go shopping, she would drop me and my brother off with a bunch of quarters. And a lot of the games were in there. A lot of arcade games. On top of a big one called Super Smash Bros. That came out in 1999. That was another one of my favorites. It's all me and my brother would play.
Hell yeah.
But if we wanted
You were also on, right?
that too. The good stuff.
Come on now.
I
So
couldn't
much
resist.
Ritalin.
I'm
What
sorry.
are we doing
So
here if we're not
much
on drugs?
Ritalin.
Adderall, damn it. Not
I
Ritalin.
mean, I need more. Who's got the guy's number?
I need to get right. Hey, where's my
Blanky, I
plug?
think that was your job.
Yep. Where's
Yeah,
our
Ray,
plug,
you were
Blanky?
supposed to-
God, you failed
What
us
the fuck?
again.
Drop the ball. My bad. My bad.
Terrible.
I know.
But yeah, those
Anyway.
are,
do.
for the most part, those are my two options. Those are my top favorites. But I'm gonna pass it on to Mr. Clutch over here.
Yeah.
You didn't forget it this time.
Only because I called him out at the beginning.
Maybe.
All right. So, one of mine is probably an all-time great.
Probably.
One second. Fucking children, man. I swear.
Damn,
All-time
bro.
great. It gave my love for role-playing games, and
Role-playing in general.
it'd have to be Final Fantasy VII.
Ooh.
What year did that
Come
come
on,
out?
make your comment, Blanky. You're
97.
making the face.
Oh, no, it's a great pick.
Hutch, I'm going to say 2 words.
What's that?
Fuck you.
Oh,
you
you
got
stole
one of
one of
G's.
his.
Thank God.
Damn.
I'm glad I got the others.
It was probably my first like RPG game,
Yeah.
and I picked it up and played all of them since then.
I'm going to interrupt you. I actually had Final Fantasy III from 1990 on my list. I thought about it. I'm like, somebody else might fucking have it, and if I just stole it from somebody, I'm sorry. But
You had
Well, luckily
3 on
there's,
your list
like,
and you thought
fucking-
someone was going to steal it?
Luckily,
I
there's
had-
like 30 fucking Final Fantasies. Like,
Yeah.
you were safe.
But-
you could have just
but
been
how
like,
many
oh, I
were
like the second.
Pre-2000.
Oh, so did Quake.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the other thing. How many of
So,
them were before 2000?
I kind of put mine like RPG, like one shooter, and like I picked 4 just to make sure I didn't get fucking stolen on here.
So what's your second one?
My second one was probably where I fell in love with shooters, and has to be 007 GoldenEye.
Ooh.
Damn.
Aw,
Taking it
okay.
back.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that started it there, and it just the ball kept going from there.
Real quick,
From-
Clutch. Your gray is showing.
Hey,
There's
Clutch,
a reason
I
there's a
got,
hat
I
on
got-
this fucking head here.
I got 2 words for you. Great pick.
Touche.
I have to agree with that.
Let's see here. So, Gunk went. Machine went.
Yep.
I'm gonna pass it to Blanky Boy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, pause your game.
I paused my game. Okay. So, I told you that none of you, we weren't going to overlap. None of us are going to overlap. I'm pulling my
Okay.
notepad here. Boom. Because I
Lines
went
up.
strictly arcade.
Mm.
Because when I
Okay.
think retro gaming, period, there's 2 that come to mind.
Okay.
The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game.
Oh.
Okay.
Good soup.
And the second one, mad props to anybody that actually likes this game, Gauntlet.
Ooh.
If anybody's
I
anybody knows what that is.
Was that
played it
That's
on
like-
NES.
That's like the original Diablo.
wasn't that like middle aged?
It was kind of. They had Gauntlet and then
that's
they
fun.
had Gauntlet Legacy, I believe. But it was an old school
See,
arcade game.
Okay. Yeah, from 1985.
Very, very fun. You could pick,
Did
they remastered it and released it for consoles and stuff, but I'm talking OG. Go to
In the arcade.
go to Chuck E.
quarters on a
Cheese,
Saturday
dropping some
morning.
quarters in there. I'm
See,
back
you
and
went
forth.
before the time frame that we had talked, because I thought we were sticking to 90 to 2000.
I thought
didn't
the
know.
topic was pre 2000s.
I
It
was
was.
told pre 2000.
It was.
Then that's on me. Ignore
Way to
me.
go, Gunk. Dropping the ball.
Look, I stuck between 2 decades. That's where I was.
Wow.
A single decade. That's what I went for.
And everybody else's they're all my honorable mentions. Oh, but those are
Who's
mine.
next?
If you've never played Gauntlet, play it.
Clutch. I hate your bot in chat.
Daddy's next.
Okay.
Okay.
So, since I grew up poor, I had to entertain myself.
These are gonna be great picks already. I
Okay.
already know.
I know one of them might be, if anyone's played it. I'm sure a couple of y'all have, though. But my first one, I doubt any of y'all have played, and y'all are gonna laugh. It's the Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that on Sega?
No,
That
that
was- that was-
This was NES when I had
Okay,
it.
that-
Days. Yep.
They
But
had
it-
a Looney Tunes
Yeah.
something like that for Sega.
Yeah.
I remember that game.
I had every fucking cheat code wrote down in a notebook and kept it safe because I loved playing the last level. That one
Because
was the most fun.
Carrots were the health, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You
yeah, I
had to
remember
gather
that one.
all of the carrots and then get
Yep.
to the other side and get through the door.
Yep.
And I played and beat that game so many damn times and I never got tired of it. And
Oh,
that one
yeah.
came out in '89. My second pick was a Sega Genesis video game, and
There you
it
go.
was fucking Splatterhouse 2.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why my parents decided to let me play that shit because it gave me crazy fucking nightmares. I will never know, but I fucking enjoyed playing it.
Bonus questions.
And that one was July of '92.
Damn.
Yeah.
Great
See,
picks.
I forgot to put years with mine.
I also
Geo.
did not bet years of wine.
What?
It's your turn, buddy.
It's my turn. Okay, so I picked quite a few different games here, but I'm gonna go down with two here since we're keeping to two. Metal Gear Solid 1998.
Ooh.
Okay.
Glad I didn't say
Okay.
that one because that was on my list.
Now, bear in mind, I played this around about 2005 upwards because I'm a little bean compared to you people that's old.
Oh.
Especially you, Clutch, because you're like
Hey,
45.
don't make me go outside and grab your Switch.
Most times I made you pick one out.
Yep.
Yeah, right?
And then my other game, which is a original, which you guys might actually quite like this one, Pac-Man.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Never,
Yeah.
never go wrong with Pac-Man.
It's one
Did
of
you
the
know that Pac-Man originally was called Paku Paku? But because that's Japanese for to flap one's mouth open and close. Nobody? Okay, fuck yourselves.
Fucking nerd. Anyways,
You know, you said that, and the only thing I can think of is South Park and Canadians.
No, it's
Fucking
it's Scott
Terrence Phillip.
Pilgrim because we're all happy about the anime.
Oh yeah, yeah. They did mention that in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
so can I throw out a few honorable mentions that I got from my list that I'm sure you guys can agree with?
Here we go.
Go for it.
So the first one I'm going to throw out is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Of
Came out in
course.
1999.
That was on my
Oh,
list.
fuck, that's so. Oh,
The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past from 1991.
I mean, you can do all like Ocarina of Time,
Oh,
Well, you can't.
Majora's
And
Mask.
then
Majora's Mask was my fave.
Well, since you're,
Doom, the original PC game from
Mhm.
'93.
you can't count out your one of your favorite series, Gunk. Mortal Kombat, the original from 1992.
I'm gonna
Can't count
fucking
out
Yeah,
that
top
one.
everybody.
Okay.
Honorable mention: Oregon Trail.
Hey yo.
Ooh.
Oh, fucking hell.
Ooh.
See, there was a game my brother and I used to play when we were real little on my father's. He had it on both computers, his and the one he had for our stepmom. And I'm pretty sure my brother and I found the game years later, but I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me.
Then why fucking bring it up?
Because I'm
Cliffhangers.
hoping,
Fuckers.
I was hoping that talking about it would remember. I would remember it, but I still
Refresh
can't.
your memory.
Yeah. You know I can't do words. I have
Good job.
dyslexia
English
of the
hard.
brain. Anyhow, so let's go ahead and move. Go ahead.
I was gonna add an honorable mention. My other one that was below GoldenEye was the original Perfect Dark.
Don't think I've ever
Okay.
played that one.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, Jet
I
Force
might have.
Gemini.
And
Jet Force. Yep.
then my like third one down the list was the original Turok.
Yep.
Okay.
100%.
So there's one I'd love to throw in, but it came out technically, well, right in 2000.
What is it? Say it.
Well, hold on. Is that the right one I'm thinking of? So there was Jet Set Radio that came out in 2000, and then Jet Set Radio Future, which came out in 2002, which was one of the free games you would get with Xbox, the original console version.
Oh my god. So here's a game, and I don't know if many of you played it, and I just thought about it, but in the time that I was playing a lot of Turok, I would go over to a family friend's house, and I think maybe the only one that might know this game is Blanky. But did anybody play Pepsi Man?
Yes. That
I've never
stupid
played it.
piece of shit game. Yes.
That's what
If you don't know what Pepsi Man is, fucking Google it and see if there's any gameplay on YouTube. It's
I've seen
fucking
gameplays.
Oh,
It
hilarious.
there's
is. It's
hundreds of
fucking
videos.
hilarious.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I've never played it though.
What was it? Imagine Superman 64, and then make it 20 times worse.
Oh,
And you're just this like the silhouette of a person
Like
with like the
With just
Pepsi
Pepsi
symbol
logos.
colors.
you look like a Silver Surfer on crack. Let's put it
Yes,
that way.
it was literally just a silhouette of a person.
So yeah.
That literally just popped in my head. I was like, "Oh my god, I forgot
So
about
good.
this game."
So good.
Oh,
I've never played it, but I've watched people play it.
it's yep.
Okay. So let's, I guess, go ahead and move on to our next segment. Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Which is games that are still in development that are being pushed back. Still.
Still.
So I kind of messed up and didn't do a lot of research on this. I
They've already
focused
been
on the-
released. Here we go.
No.
Oh.
Are we keeping this to a limit of 2 or?
Mm.
I did too.
I did too. Yeah.
I did too. So
So whoever's already done 2, if you guys want to go first, we'll start with
I'll go.
Birthday Boy. Oh,
Oh no!
never mind.
Give it to the birthday boy. Give it to the birthday boy.
You're up first.
Okay. We're doing the. Okay. I told you guys earlier I was sticking with the theme of arcade, and I'm
Okay.
sticking with the theme of arcade. So, 2 of them that I saw that I've been waiting for that have been pushed back multiple times at this point. Metal Slug Tactics. You guys remember
Okay.
playing Metal Slug? I think everyone remembers that.
I
They
didn't.
pushed that. You never played Metal Slug
Neither did I.
with
No.
the
Nope.
with the little like shirtless
But
dude
I
in the
think me and you are the only
underwear?
ones that actually played
God
Metal
damn.
Slug.
Okay,
You,
maybe
okay, you have to
I
keep in
am
mind, I
aging
didn't have
us.
access to arcade machines.
I'm
I didn't have
aging
access to arcade
us
games.
so bad right now. Damn.
I just need to go grab my walker right now.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, this one everybody should know that, at least know the name. But I've been waiting for this one for a solid, like since Game Boy days. Advance Wars 1 and 2 remastered. They announced that forever ago, and that keeps getting pushed back. And no Advanced Wars either, really?
No.
Damn. Fuck, I'm old.
I actually don't recall this one. I'll probably have to see this one
It
to
was kind
remember
of it was like it was another tactics game, like a turn-based.
like army personnel and stuff.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm pretty sure I know this one.
Yeah,
If not-
I was very, very, very excited for those, and they keep getting delayed. But Metal Slug is number one. That shit is fire. I can't believe no one else played that. That's fucked up. All right, let's keep it on the trim with the old people. Clutch, you're up.
Hi, I'm Clutch, and I'm the old man in the group.
Hello, Crutch.
So I had a hard time with this because I don't really like
He doesn't like.
keep up with games in development.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
So I actually had to dive down on like what games are still in development and what games like were that piqued my interest that either got pushed back or what. So I only picked two. One just
Okay.
because I'm a fan of them. Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Yes, that was an
That's a good
honorable
So
mention.
that
Hey,
one was supposed to launch March 17th. And they
Sure
pushed
was.
it back 6 weeks to the end of April so that and I'm going to use quotations here from the source that I got it from was to have it more polished and less buggy experience in order for the team to hit Respawn's quality bar.
Okay.
Respawn has a quality bar.
That's why I clipped it and put it in my
Could have
notes.
fucking confused. Could have fooled me on that.
According to Apex, there is no quality bar.
Nope.
There's no audio bar either.
Save that shit for later, machine.
But I mean, I liked a lot of the Star Wars games. Battlefront 2, the first Star Wars Jedi game that they had, and I actually wasn't aware of this one coming out until I went diving through these.
Well, they announced it like maybe 6 months ago, if that.
Yeah, I didn't even know they announced it.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen anything on it until I went looking for information of games that got pushed back. The other one is a game that I knew about only because it's being made by Bethesda Game Studios. I
Yeah.
said that right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it looks like another spacey type game.
Oh yes.
Starfield.
Yep.
Yep.
That was on my list too.
And this one, it was. And going from my notes, it was supposed to be released here in the first half of,
Yep.
first quarter of 2023.
It is not.
And- Freaking trademark Bethesda, missed their release window. Promised with initially delaying the game, but supposedly a couple months we'll have a PC launch, then an Xbox launch, and then other consoles later. Only because I believe
Extras.
Bethesda's owned by Microsoft.
It is indeed.
And the dates that we're getting here is Xbox launch September 6th, and I believe PC launch around June. Is all I got for that. But if you like sci-fi games, it kind of gave me like the Dead Space vibe without like the horror aspect of it. If you like those types, I go look at Starfield. It looks really good, as long as they actually launch it and it doesn't shit the bed.
All right, so who you gonna pass it to next?
We're gonna pass it to Mr. Geo.
Okay. Let me just update something really quick. So, on my list, I actually have two fairly decent games. One of which being Skull and Bones.
Mm-hmm.
I have been waiting
Of
for this
course.
game for coming close to 2 years now, when it got announced back in, I think, if memory serves me, now I may get this wrong here, but if memory serves me correct, they announced that back in 2021.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It was supposed to come out in... Hold on. So yeah, Skull and Bones has been delayed so many times, it has become a punchline at this point. After already suffered numerous delays, it was scheduled to arrive in March 2023. Where the fuck is it now? It's nowhere to be seen. It was originally scheduled to be released, last year, if I remember, April time last year, and it got pushed back again. It actually got pushed back, 4 or 5 times the last year alone? But it's Ubisoft delayed it once again, this time to the fiscal year 2024. And the earliest it could arrive is April 1st, 2023, apparently, which is intriguing.
Tomorrow.
Which is literally
Because that's tomorrow.
Which I
So,
highly
no.
doubt it.
Real
For
quick,
the day
Geo,
of this recording, I should say.
just to ask, I don't know this game at all. What is this game in, like...
Sea of Thieves.
It's Sea of Thieves mixed with Assassin's Creed, pretty much.
Gotcha.
If that makes any sort of sense. It's basically
No,
those
that
two games
kind of
kind
gives me
made.
what it is. I'm sitting here trying to think of, like, what the fuck is this game? Like,
It's a pretty good game. I love the concept of it because the game is good. Should have been one of the best games of 2022. It was looking at multiple awards potentially, but because of the pushbacks, Ubisoft fucked up, and typical Ubisoft. So moving on. Oh shit! Actually, I was wrong. Skull and Bones was first announced in 2017, but it got pushed back several times because of one of the leads in the games actually had a lot of allegations against them, and that's a story for another time.
and you said this was being made by Ubisoft?
Ubisoft, indeed, yeah.
Trademark Ubisoft problems.
Now, my other
Big
game, which
surprise.
I think Theta might actually enjoy this game, and maybe Machine. And might be you, Clutch. I know it's not Gunkin Lamas Dead Island 2.
You motherfucker. That was one
yeah.
of mine.
I think that's the other game I got for free because of my GPU. I'm just waiting for it to release so I can install it.
Which it releases next month.
Yeah.
Because that was literally what I was gonna say.
Mine
Because
too.
Damn.
That was
couldn't
mine
really,
as well.
God damn it. I couldn't really find anything that like piqued my interest, and I knew about Dead Island, but
But yeah, in development, at least in some form, for nearly a decade, that fucking Dead Island 2 has been in development for. It's been delayed numerous times, and it's now finally reached its conclusion to release, which is nice. I'm definitely going to be interested in seeing the trailer for it and actually getting to experience the game, because I played Dead Island 1, and it was a great game for the year it was released, to be honest. Now, I may be wrong in this as well, but Dead Island 1 received multiple commendations and awards for it. Which
see,
was...
just to add to yours real fast, since you stole mine.
Go for it.
The reason they kept getting pushed back is because they kept jumping from studio to studio to do it.
That's a problem with so many games in development at the moment, is studios just don't have the budget for it these days. What are you giggling at?
Go read my chat, sir.
Oh my god, hold on.
Once he reads it, I'm gonna say it out loud. To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. My God.
Swear to God.
I'm done with you guys. I hate it here. But
Oh.
Oh, I was quitting last week. It's Geo this week.
It's Gio's turn.
Yeah, it's gonna pass each week. Somebody's gonna want to quit.
so, I'm gonna pass this off to the wonderful Miss Llama.
I ain't got shit. You stole mine. I didn't pick two.
We ain't found shit.
Well, while you do whatever you're doing, man, I'll pass it off to Mr. Gunk in the meantime, if that's okay, Llama.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if I can find something real quick.
So the first one I'm gonna throw out there is the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game.
I've
That
been
was-
seeing, I've been wanting.
That
piqued
has
my
been
interest.
pushed back numerous times. It was supposed to be released in 2022, but it was delayed. And it just kind of went silent. Nobody knew anything. But they're saying it should be released in May of this year. I am interested in this simply because which studio is it that's doing this one again? Insomniac? No. What fucking? I don't even.
Let me
remember
ask
the
you a
studio.
question, Gunk. Do you like
It's
being
Warner
let down
Brothers.
by your video games?
Warner Brothers has done good on their video games.
And that's one thing we can
I mean,
say.
you beat Gotham Knights in like a day.
Yes, but Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Arkham Origins, Arkham Knight, those all took me quite a bit of time to beat. Gotham Knights was kind of, and it actually took me more than a day to beat it.
It just felt like a day.
The total time frame was almost 40 hours to beat the game. So, but that was spread out over a couple of weeks. But I mean, Warner Brothers does really good because the graphics alone in their games is amazing, in my opinion. So I'm curious to play this game, based on I'm a DC Comics fan. Obviously,
Bam, the right
nobody
answer.
knew. I also enjoy Marvel, so deal with it. The other game I found that was told to me, I didn't realize they were making it, but now looking over some information, it makes sense, is Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah.
Because it was supposed to be the sequel to the game Marvel Spider-Man that came out in 2018. I've already played and beat it. I've already played and beat Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is kind of, I would say, almost a buffer in between the two. Between Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, the video games.
It's a heightened DLC.
Yeah. But
Heightened.
it's scheduled for for the third quarter of 2023. But there's not an official release date for it yet either.
And I haven't seen any marketing or anything for it yet. I saw one thing on it.
Yep.
But I haven't seen anything for the Justice League game.
Oh,
I've seen trailers.
seen little
There's
clips here and
a
there.
trailer.
I haven't
Wow.
seen anything. That's weird.
So, yeah, have you found anything?
Yeah, I found something that kind of piqued my interest.
Okay, so we're gonna pass it back to Daddy.
So it is a game called In the Valley of Gods. And it actually is going to be, I don't know, based off of reading this, if it's going to be like an open world type thing, but pretty much you can explore like the ancient ruins of Egypt. Which that kind of piqued my interest because I'm a big nerd when it comes to Egyptian shit. But see, it's gonna be from the creators of Firewatch.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's a good studio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so
Definitely.
upset that game was so short, but it was so good.
and it looks like they've been talking about this game since 2017.
Also the same
Yeah.
year as Skull and Bones.
Yep. It was announced during the Game Awards in 2017 as a world premiere.
Damn.
And then the developer for Left 4 Dead bought it in 2018. And yeah, they didn't talk about anything and broke their silence in 2019. So, and that's literally all I've got right here. but
Dude,
just
so-
based off of it, it might be a game that I get.
From because I looked it up because I was curious about that. It shows here in this article, Steam. If you go to Steam, it shows a release date of December 2029.
God damn.
Damn.
Bro,
So
I'll be
6
fucking
more
29 years old.
years.
I'll be
Shut
29
up!
years
Shut
old.
up,
and
Geo!
Geo, you're
shut the
aging
hell
yourself.
I'm about to
You
say,
guys-
man,
you
shut
guys-
the fuck up.
Me and
You
Clutch will
guys
be
will
in the
all-
retirement home.
I'll be
You'll be
32.
dust by
Fucking
then.
A.
God
You'll be
damn.
fucking. You roll up into the fucking retirement home, and Clutch is just sitting there with his cane, about to like waylay fucking.
Or grabbing
everybody.
nurses' asses. You never know. One of the two.
Clutch, do
Hey,
you remember me? Do you remember that game we talked about on the podcast? It's out now. What are you doing here? Who are you?
Where's my
Get outta
oatmeal?
Where's
You know,
my cream of
Bring me
wheat?
my teeth.
Actually, Labo, you brought up a fucking brilliant game from back in my day. Because my day's different from your guys. So, Left 4
Well,
Dead.
You love Left 4 Dead.
Go
Me and my
ahead,
brother
but we
played that for
still have
hours.
Machine to go through as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Machine.
Go for it, machine.
Go for it, bro, yeah.
You have the floor.
Nah. Back on
Don't fuck it up.
Oh Jesus! Back on another Ubisoft. Back in 2017, another game was announced. I know a lot of you, or some of you, aren't fans of the Avatar series, but I'm a huge fan.
Which series?
Love it.
Like the blue people.
Yes, the Blue
Blue
People.
I'm out.
Nope, I'm out.
That's what I figured. But
It's like
a
a
game
Blue
I have
People.
been
They're
following
making a
for
video game for that shit.
yeah,
They
It's,
wanted to make a video game.
but
Oh.
Ubisoft has been in production with Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. It's supposed to be an open world based, and for like a couple years I've been watching this game, and they have delayed it so many times, like Skull and Bones, because it was announced during the same time Skull and Bones was announced as well. Just wasn't as big. But during, because it was first supposed to drop in last year of 2022. But they pushed it back to a release date of possibly 2023, 2024. Kind of like the movies, how they took so long to make the second movie itself. They want to base it off of perfection. And, you know, given Ubisoft's
Track record.
back record, yes.
I mean, I'm
Well, they
pretty sure
picked
we
the
just talked
wrong-
about 3 Ubisoft fucking
Right?
games that have been pushed back from that
They-
same year.
That's
I feel
what's wrong with...
they picked the wrong kind of film franchise to go for perfection.
It's not even just that. That's what's wrong with Ubisoft, is they cannot
Mm.
get a decent game out that is stable. They keep
Yep.
pushing their games back year after year, and it's
Exactly.
pissing off their whole gamer base.
Mm-hmm.
They're losing millions in developing these games and then pushing them back every single year.
You're not wrong at all. And I'm really looking forward to playing Skull and Bones, along with that Dead Island 2. Which is, you know, that was another one of my picks, was Dead Island 2, which was supposed to also be released in, let me see where my notes at.
It's supposed to be released in February 2023 from what
Mhm.
I've seen.
Yeah, but before that they had a release date set at, fuck is it? Did you know, actually, Gio, back in this article I've been reading, was actually supposed to be released in 2015.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's how far back it was pushed. Did you know that?
That is ridiculous.
But that is another huge game I've been looking forward to. You know, I enjoyed the first storyline. It was really intriguing. I played it a couple times.
I will say that the first Dead Island was an amazing game. As I said before, it received multiple awards for its
It did, yeah.
storyline, and not just that, for when it was actually first released. I don't remember if it was a PC or console exclusive at first. Probably PC, because PC gets everything first. Master Race PC.
Shameless plug.
Exactly.
Shameless plug.
But yeah, no, they received so many awards for not just the gameplay, but for their graphics as well, because that
Mhm.
was the leading design and graphics game for at least a year, if I remember correctly.
Sounds about right.
Hmm. But No, I came into this having 2 of them, and Geo took that fucking dead island out of nowhere. Kind of bummed me and
I
Daddy
told
out, I ain't
you.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
I told you I had one thing that you guys would not have, but
And
I guess
nobody
you did
picked
have.
mine.
But that's
You're just showing your age more than me, sir.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yep.
let's
Skippy.
all right. Let's see, Blanky. What do you got? What are your 2?
I already went.
We already
already
listed
said.
them.
Did he list his already?
Yeah, you were the last
Yeah.
one,
Damn.
sir.
Thanks for paying
Damn.
attention, machine.
Yep,
Sorry.
we're now moving on to Llama's Funko of the
Oh.
week.
Oh.
I'm so excited. I even went with a video game theme this week.
Good
Oh,
choice.
what do we got? What do we got?
It was a tough call. It was a tough call between 2 of them.
I'm enlarging your camera so the stream
Yeah.
can see.
I'm going to actually enlarge mine. I'm gonna try to get it to where the fucking glare doesn't happen. But we have
Tiny
Tiny
Tina.
Tina.
Yes.
Very
because
nice.
I absolutely freaking love the Borderlands series, and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands was a fucking phenomenal fucking game. And I honestly need to open it back up because I have still yet to beat it. But yeah, Tina was like one of my favorite characters out of the Borderlands series.
Funny you say that, because last week's episode we were talking about games going into movies, and
yeah, and
one of the
Borderlands
ones
being
that I
one of them.
seen is Borderlands is either getting a movie or a TV show.
Which, if they do not cast a Tiny Tina, I'm going to be very upset, and they need to make sure they get the correct person to play Tiny Tina.
Right?
Which
Yes.
would be,
That I don't know.
what in your opinion?
Because I couldn't tell you.
Would it have to be the person that voiced the character in the game?
Maybe.
Not necessarily.
But, I mean, the way fucking Tiny Tina is in the Borderlands series, she's, for one, she's fucking adorable. But she's also rambunctious and fucking just a spaz. And I love her.
Gotta love the spaz.
But
She
that
is quite
is
the spaz.
that is my Funko of the week.
Yay!
Yay! For the Funko of the week.
Awesome.
And now we go to Geo's weird gaming news of the week.
I'm excited about this.
So this one is a bit of a peculiar one. It's Apex related. So Llama's
Ooh.
not so
Oh, go
excited
figure.
now.
Go
Surprise,
figure.
surprise.
So you guys are also familiar with how you load into Apex. You need a team before you load in, and if you don't have a team, it autofills before you get into the dropship, which allows you to drop out. So I've got a video to show with you guys and also the streams and the video. So what this basically shows you is a bug in Apex that randomly spawns you a teammate out of nowhere. It's not someone you load into the game with, it's not their friend, it's not anyone. So let me queue up this oh shit, I minimized it. Oops. Here it is
You also
here.
You should also maybe look at doing a window capture instead of a display capture there.
Yes.
Anyways, go ahead.
So yeah, there is the thing up in chat there. Let me pull this up on my end. Sorry, it's taking me a minute. I'm a bit slow today. So is everyone in the stream? Yeah.
Yep.
Except Blinky.
What?
Fantastic. So
He's too preoccupied with his own video game.
Sorry, what?
Keep at it. You're good.
Okay.
You're
So-
doing great, sweetie.
Thanks, Dan.
So as you see down here, you see his tag. It's just him at the bottom there. Now wait a couple of seconds here. Because you'll see something that should not happen on Apex under any There you go. A random teammate spawns in dead and then respawns right in the same spot as Seer, which should not happen in Apex at all. It's a random bug.
Huh.
Okay.
What?
So
Okay,
just
that is definitely weird.
so listen to how this guy is.
I played. Yeah, I probably have like 30 hours in it, and I fucking suck. Wait, how did I just randomly get a teammate? What is going on?
That moment of realization for him
I
there.
randomly got a teammate. I queued in with what? What?
So
I've been
and
in this game the whole time.
he tries to speak to him, but gets nothing but static in return.
Huh.
So it's like a ghost in a machine to me.
Exactly, but as an actual real life player with a real life profile and everything. But it's impossible to get into a game like that, which makes me think it's a bug. Even if you've got cheats and stuff like that, there's no cheats for that, you know?
I mean, hackers do
That is-
exist, though.
That is very true, and now everyone's cameras are. There we go. So yeah, that's my weird news of the week, and we can move on to the next subject now.
And next up, we have where three of us are probably going to tune out for a minute. Electric Machine Reaper and Geo are going to go ahead and talk Apex.
Yeah.
That works,
Give
'cause
you
I
5
gotta
minutes
pee.
on the clock.
So, fellas, what do we want to talk about in Apex? Bye, Llama.
What not to talk about? I mean, obviously
Well,
it's the audio. That's a big issue
yeah, I
with
was-
that right now.
Shit. I'm gonna go ahead and start this off with just because there was one big thing. I watch a lot of the pro scene, pro league, and everything.
Mhm.
And after last weekend's A and B North America groups A and B North America's tournament,
Mhm.
Rambo from the Sentinels pro team declared retirement out of nowhere.
Wow.
In his statement saying that he just didn't have the love for competitive anymore.
Understandable.
I thought that was some big news for that kind of just didn't get the light of day. I found it after scrolling Twitter for an hour.
See, it's understandable that that happens because as a content creator, as a streamer, as a YouTuber, as a person as a whole, playing a game for like 10, 12 hours, trying to get those perfect clips, trying to get your game up and stuff like that. You spend so much time engrossed into the game that you just can't physically enjoy it or you just fall out of love with it. And as a Twitch streamer myself, I feel that on a wholeheartedly level. And it sucks.
And see, that's the thing where, you know, repetitiveness. It starts to become a repetitive thing where you forcefully just get yourself to play the game. And that's where, you know, the losing the interest, losing the love for and passion for that, you know, competitive with, you know, with that said game. These guys are treating it like a job. They're not there to have fun. They're there to compete. They treat it as a job. It's when it stops becoming competitive, when it stops becoming fun, because now they made it into a priority. If that makes any sense to you guys.
It does,
Yeah.
it does. But see, that's one of the stages that I'm at with Apex right now, is I love the game, don't get me wrong. But I'm tired of dropping into games and just having one or two mats that rotate out every couple of hours. Dropping into games, doing the same stuff over and over and over again for like 50, 60, 70 matches a week, if not more. And you spawn, you die, you spawn, you die, you get out the dropship, you get a good game, and then you just get matched up with like a pred in your lobby, and you're just like, that guy's wiping the entire lobby, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh, Llama's got a well dick button camera. And also, the audio issue needs fucking fix on Apex. I can't hear this fat Gibby running at me full speed from 10 meters away, but he can hear me from over 200 meters away. Not literally 200, but you get my point. Like, where is the logic in that? I get different legends have different sounds, different like lightness on their feet, footsteps and stuff like that. But if I can't hear a Gibby who is running at me full speed from like 10 meters away, but he can hear me from like 30, 40, 50 meters away, where's the fairness in that? I can't hear their footsteps, but they can hear mine, you know?
Hmm?
I had that instance last night.
Mm-hmm.
I went and played a few games with John Redcorn and Hito, and we dropped in on a building. John went down, and I'm lobbing grenades and stuff into the building, and all of a sudden I had a Watson literally probably no more than 5 feet behind me, just burying her barrel in my backside with no audio.
See, that's... Hmm? On you go, machine.
Oh, I was gonna say, like that instance when you and I were playing duos when Clutch passed the fuck out the other night. We almost had that lobby. We were fucking just killing them. And then all of
The
a
thing
sudden...
is, we had, what, 4 or 5 games the exact same with the sound issues?
Exactly.
Back to back?
Exactly. A team that came out of fucking nowhere, out of left field. Because we were so close. I wiped a squad, then all of a sudden I go to shield swap and I get fucking shot in the back. I'm like, what the fuck?
I think one of the fixes is something that Gio has been saying, is they need to update their servers. Go to 60 hertz servers instead of 20 hertz servers.
Mm.
They also just need a complete
It'd be the
overhaul.
same kind of setup, same kind of situation as with like your monitor. You can have a banging ass fucking graphics card, but if you don't have a decent enough monitor,
Fucking
Harold, Clutch check this
I'm gonna
out.
kick you in the dick, sir.
I told y'all 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes. Go ahead and finish what you're talking about.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna kick you in the dick.
I know you probably will.
But yeah, no, I completely agree with what you're saying there, Clutch. It's a change that needed to happen for a long ass time. But we won't see that in Apex for another at least 2 years until
You
they
probably won't see it at all.
If we're lucky,
If we're
we
being
will,
honest.
but it's Respawn. They don't see the point in it. I mean, the game's been online for what, since 2016? I want to say,
15?
but
Maybe.
something like that, yeah. And they've improved the game, but they've broken the game. Like, for example, season 12 or 13, they completely broke Loba for an entire season. That was, what, a month and a half, 2 months? Of where you couldn't use her abilities, you couldn't use her
Her
black
Q.
market.
It wouldn't work.
If you threw it down, it would do the animation. You'd get glitched in the animation, you'd stick in the animation. But if you tried to get her ring to go down, it would just vanish. But anyway, that's my grievance with Apex. They're not going to fix the shit.
I am gonna run this a little bit longer because I had one more thing on some news. As I recently got my first heirloom,
Mm-hmm.
notable characters that are still waiting on heirlooms.
Oh, yes.
Crypto,
Mm-hmm.
910 days still waiting on a heirloom. Watson, 889 days on a heirloom. Horizon, 869 days. And they have other characters that have came out after these characters that already have their heirloom.
Watson,
What's
I
your
thought
thoughts
she
on
had her
that?
heirloom, which is the little,
The Walmart scanner.
yeah,
Then this and that, I might have a wrong name for that then.
See, I would like more clarity from Ape. Sorry, Gunk, 1 second. So that's one thing I would love from Respawn and just generally Apex creators, not creators, but the developers on their own, is more clarity and more choice for the community and more voice for the community and saying what we want for the game. And instead of the developers saying, here, take this, take this, take this,
Well-
we're changing this.
I'm gonna combat that statement only because if you say about looking at the community, look what happened with Call of Duty.
mm-hmm. They let the community
Fair
take over
point.
that, and that turned into a shit game.
They went to the community and they built the game around supposedly what the community wanted, and now the game is just trash.
Mm-hmm.
I have to agree with that.
So you can't really rely on the community to be your best person of what they want.
See, there should be a sort of give and take with the developers on that side. It shouldn't be all what the community wants. It should be what the developers want to put in. Like, even if the developers were to put out a poll on Twitter and say, hey, we've got 3 options here, what would you like in the game? And the community was to select one of them out of 3. I think that would be a great sort of starting point for what Apex would be. Because it would allow the community to be more in line with the game and actually have content that keeps the game alive, keeps the game enjoyable. Why are you 3 just fucking snacking?
I think they're finding interest in this.
No, I'm sitting in between two of them, just munching.
see is 3 people just stuffing their fucking face.
I'm not eating!
You
I
were
assumed
being
you were
funny.
eating. I assumed you were eating.
No,
This
it's right
fat
in
ass
my
over here's
face.
got what looked like a Rice Krispie treat.
Y'all want to see me
Did I call
irritate
that
Blanky
right?
real fast?
Go for it.
Hey, Blanky, guess what I'm eating?
Nasty fucking gross ass bitch.
Damn.
Every time.
Hostility.
Right?
Who eats
Alright, so
green
let's
ass
move
chips?
on.
I do.
Let's move on to our last topic here.
Tostitos
Which
originals, bro.
Mm.
That's it.
Horror games.
Me first, so nobody steals mine.
Yes, Daddy
Daddy.
first.
Slender Man.
Oh, that's a good one. I love that one.
Which one?
The original.
The OG, baby.
Okay. Okay.
OG
Okay.
on a fucking shitty laptop sitting in the dark with your friends.
Yes.
Gio, why did you
don't-
turn your camera off?
I'm doing something.
He's beating off.
I swear to God, if you turn that camera back on and you're dressed up as fucking Slender Man, me and you are gonna have some words when this podcast turns off.
No,
There
but
goes,
there's an
don't
idea-
do it.
There's an idea for next podcast.
Hey, listen. Sorry to chime in like this real quick, but they got Wu-Tang Clan stuff in Fortnite right now. FYI.
It's been around.
Hmm?
It's back in the shop.
I was gonna say I have it already.
You're a day
I
late
just
and a dollar
wanna point
short,
out-
sir.
I just want to point out
I
that
drink the drink, don't
motherfucker-
spit it out.
that motherfucker bitch and gave us shit for playing Fortnite. And who's the first motherfucker in this podcast to they got this stuff in the shop in Fortnite?
They added Zero Build, which makes the game playable.
I mean,
It's
Zero
all
Build's been
fine.
for like the last 2 years.
No,
No. Nice try.
What?
About a year.
it hasn't. Coming up on a year.
Coming up on a year.
What was that hand signal you just done there?
That's
Looks
the
like you're
code name
milking
for
the
Secret
bitch.
Tickle Time.
He's milking the air cow.
Anyways, so Daddy, do you have any others that you want to throw out, or
Cream
just
by
that one?
Wu-Tang.
I mean, Slender Man being my first. I remember like almost fucking destroying a laptop by eating it across the room, playing that shit.
Mhm.
But because you could consider it a horror game, also,
Mhm.
I'm gonna pull out my retro game that I said earlier and say Splatterhouse 2
Okay.
because technically horror game as well.
Alright.
And that's
Okay.
like fucking 8-bit horror, and those were the best. No jump scares.
Who do you want to pass it to next?
Gio, because I want to know what the fuck he's doing.
He probably didn't do any research, so he's probably turned his camera off so we can't see him sitting there scrolling on his phone trying to find horror games.
No, I was actually checking my views on TikTok in that video, and it's performing well. But anyway, no, I didn't really do much research into
Another
horror
soft plug there.
games. Exactly. Let me put this down so I can turn my camera back on. I was doing something. Don't talk about it. But yeah, no. So there's a game that I played on Xbox that I actually streamed. Going on what, 2 years ago now? Holy shit! Called Prey. It's more of a psychological horror game, not classified in the horror genre. But it was quite a cool little game for what it was, to be fair. But that's really all
Is
Yeah.
that?
Okay.
I'm not really much. I'm not really much of a horror game person, so
Valid. Wait, you only listed one. Do you have another
yes,
one?
no, that's all I have.
All right,
No.
who's next? All right, there goes the camera again.
Machine. Let's go with you because you look like you've got a man with a plan.
That's what I dabble in is horrors, bro. I gotta say, the
Hell
original
yeah.
horror game I ever first started playing was Quake 4. I don't know if you would consider that horror, but I was like fucking 8 years old on my mom's PC playing that game. I
I
loved
mean,
it.
yeah, that'll scare the shit out of you as a kid.
But but on today's, I guess you would consider a horror game. It's got to be the Outlast series. It is one of my favorites. The second one was kind of fucked up. Ain't gonna lie. I don't know if you ever played that
Oh,
one,
yeah.
Gunk. Yeah, it was beyond.
I haven't played it, but I have
Oh.
seen gameplay of it, and it's fucked.
Oh, I love that series. It's the fact that you can't fight back. It's record
I
and
know.
run. You have to run. You cannot fight back. I think that's what gets most people based on it. And it had a very good storyline to it. It really did,
Yep.
in my opinion.
Both of them.
They
had
did,
amazing-
yeah.
The DLC for the first one, the Whistleblower.
Yeah, where the guy's trying to fucking turn, not to spoil anybody, but trying to turn you into his wife, cut off your junk, and yeah, it can be
Where
pretty
do I sign
dark.
up?
I didn't know they made a game about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Not,
That's weird.
but I'm gonna leave it at 2. I have
Oh.
so much I can go off of this subject. I dabble in horror
Yeah.
games, but I'm
Uh,
definitely gonna pass this on to, I'd say, Miss Daddy.
I already went.
She already went.
Oh yeah, you went House of Splatter 2 or something like Splatterhouse 2.
Splatterhouse 2 and Slenderman.
Yep. I'm gonna have to go with Blanky, birthday boy.
Oh shit.
Let me guess. Arcade-wise, right?
No. Not on
Okay.
horror. Not on horror genre. OG game that terrified me as a kid. Fatal Frame.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
That I should not have played that at my
Forgot
age,
about that game.
but I played it, and it's kind of like it was kind of like Outlast before Outlast, in a way. You could take pictures and run.
Probably shitty ass fucking graphics.
Shitty ass graphics, terrible graphics,
What year was
Um,
that?
and then Fatal Frame.
Yes.
You know they're making a new one of it?
December 13th, 2001.
Wow. When gaming was in its really infancy, still is,
When
but
it was in
Yep.
its prime.
And then my new age one that I wouldn't classify it as, I guess it's horror. Alien Isolation.
that is what I
Because-
did
Yeah.
Okay, and there's
Yeah.
reasonings behind it. Okay, because Alien is always scary, always been number one. Like, you think,
Oh.
you know, that's just a given. But to add it, the idea of space scares the fuck out of me. So you're telling me I'm stuck in space with an alien?
Well, I mean, ask Sigourney
Yep.
Weaver, bro.
Well,
Fuck
that's where
that.
aliens come from.
Fuck that. No, thank you. I
Fail.
played that game for maybe 30 minutes and uninstalled it.
Let me ask you this, Thea. Where the fuck do you expect aliens to come from except from space?
Hey man,
Your
you know,
ass.
Hey.
if you want to get
The
into some real
old-fashioned
shit,
way.
there's aliens among us, all right. The government's hiding stuff from it. Don't get me started. I'm talking the alien, not aliens. Whatever. I'm talking the alien.
The Xenomorph?
Xenomorph, yeah.
That's the proper name for it.
Yes.
It's still
You know what I mean. Whenever I say the alien, you know what I mean. Fuck off.
Actually.
Actually,
Actually.
to Sigourney Weaver, but yeah, those
So
two.
who's next?
There was a game back in the day, and I couldn't remember the name of it, but that would have taken my Fatal Frame place. It wasn't a horror game per se; it was a psychological game. But you're a cop, and there was like a huge twist at the end where you were the bad guy and like you had killed your entire family. That shit scared the fuck out of me.
I
But
feel like that's kind of similar to Max Payne.
I was about to say it's Max Payne.
It's Max Payne.
It is not Max Payne, but it is similar to Max Payne.
I know what game you're talking about.
I
It
just
has
can't
a
remember what it is.
really weird name. It was PS2 Xbox, I believe. I can't remember the name. I wasn't able to
Neither
find
can
it.
I.
I don't know.
So who's next, Blakey?
Do you want to go?
I can go unless you know what? No, Clutch, you go first, just in case.
Okay.
'Cause I still have a
Okay,
list of these
Clutch,
games.
you can go, Clutch.
Well, thank you, Blanky.
Hey, no problem.
I'll just go fuck myself.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, you do that, sir. I had two. One of them is one that I played, the original. They just dropped a remake of it of this year, and I'm gonna have to say it's Dead Space.
Yeah.
When the fucking first one came out, loading that game up and playing that bitch in pitch black fucking room on fucking Xbox,
Yep.
and having them fucking whatever type of creatures that they fucking were, kind of like Blinkies, you're in the middle of just space on a broken ass destroyed ship
Yep.
with things coming at you, like, bro, get the fuck off of me.
Yep.
No. The jump scares in that game were retarded. I actually have the game, bought the game, the new release, updated graphics and everything, and I just can't bring myself to play it
Yep.
because I'm not a one.
I'm
I'm not
scared.
a horror scared person. Like you would see, like the stream title of me streaming that would be like, laugh at me for every jump that you see I do because I'm gonna be fucking doing this fucking shit just like, fuck no, no, like
I
having a fucking
I hated
seizure
playing
because
that
I'm
at night.
turning around every 5 seconds. Like I watched this asshole gunk fucking play mortuary assistant. And I'm like, no, fuck you. Hear random fucking
haven't played
talking
it
and
yet.
shit.
That was me. It was me.
Oh, okay, it was
That was
Machine.
mean.
Fucking sitting here just listening to the fucking random spirits speaking in your. No, fuck you.
Oh,
So
Fuck
yeah.
away
I
from
have
me.
a-
Great.
So I have a question for you, Clutch and Machine, because it could apply to both of you. Except for Machine, because I know you've played horror games since becoming a father. Have you done it, Clutch? Because I made that mistake. And there's nothing more terrifying than playing a game, headphones on, getting into it, and then your fucking child touches your arm
Oh, I can
because
actually.
they had a bad dream or something, or they're thirsty,
So
and
Rip.
I'm gonna tell you a little
No.
story here. This child of mine, who's literally fucking right here on the floor on her tablet, kept hounding me to watch a movie.
Oh no.
I'm out. Nope.
Context, what movie?
Which one was it? Was it The Conjuring or?
Oh no.
Oh
No.
my god.
Nope. Nope.
It was the one where they shifted from like the scare to like the sensory overload where
Yep.
they would be fucking loud as shit.
Yep.
Yep.
Whichever one
Conjuring.
that we watched together. Whichever one. All I know is that this, I have to go back and find it, and I'll post the damn pictures in the Discord. But this child up in the fucking corner of the couch, fucking knees in her chest, like watching, like eyes glued to the fucking TV.
I can't
And
look
whatnot.
away.
Mhm. Yep. No. Yep. That's me.
Okay.
That's me.
But no, to answer your question, I have not played a horror game.
Yeah. Good. Let me save you the time. Don't.
I feel
Don't,
like
just
we need
don't.
to test this with him.
Uh,
Though. I
listen.
think we all need to sit down and have him load up a horror game and
No.
play it.
We don't need to do
Just-
that.
Look,
With his cam
for
on.
Science, it's for scientific purposes, okay?
Oh,
For
well,
research, damn
for,
it.
for science. Okay. For
More like
science lab, we
comedy.
can do it.
I just want to see how far and how big of a jump it will make Clutch do if his child just comes out of nowhere.
My
I
daughter
think
did that.
you
to
know
me
what
the
I
other
think we
day.
need to do, and
The hard
Machine
thing about that
probably
is
agree
that
with this.
she is a bull moose in a china closet, and I can hear her probably 3 doors down.
Machine, I think what we need to do is we need to have Clutch sit down and play Outlast with the lights off
No.
and
I
see
have.
how far he fucking goes.
That's
No.
speaking of
Clutch.
Outlast.
To,
Go ahead.
to give you an idea, Clutch, Colin tried playing Outlast. He love you, bub, if you watch this, but I'm pretty sure after about 10 minutes in, he couldn't do it anymore. 'Cause he was like, "Yeah, nope," and he turned it off.
Come here, Peggy
So-
Piggy. Oh, fucking Chris Walker, fucker.
So
okay.
there was another game I put on here. I haven't played it, but it's
Mhm.
another horror game that I would like to play just because of I'm that person that reads reviews
Mhm.
and I disagree with reviews. It got like 50-50, and I feel like it's a banger game. Returnal.
Ooh. I've read into that
I'll have
one.
to look that up. I'll have to look that one up.
It's like rated over the last several years one of the top horror games out. Like,
Clutch, if you want a beginner one for you, I'd say Poppy Playtime.
Oh God, you're gonna put him through that?
Play Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
No. You don't understand. This is
Like-
not the kind of game you think it is.
I played
is
fucking, what was it, a week of fucking the forest with you guys, and I never went to the fucking cave. I was like, fuck you guys.
Gio and I are just fucking
Dreaded.
moseying on. We're like, you guys coming? Gio was like, let's go fuck these guys up.
It's like I would let Machine and Geo go in front of me, and then I'd come behind them.
Well, she'd
Hey,
come in there
yo.
like fucking John
Wait,
Cena.
what?
You don't
Hey,
see
yo.
me. Wham! Out of nowhere. She's like, I got final hit.
Nowhere RKO.
Yeah,
So
I've done horror games in the past and whatnot,
yeah.
but it's the jump scare shit for me. And I think the reason why is it goes back to a movie called Dead Silence.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Yes.
No, not oh
fucking
yes, you fucking
upper-
weirdos.
Upper tier, like
Nah.
that movie. So fun fact.
I pooped my pants then.
And I'm gonna say this.
Nonsense, poopy.
That movie came out with our brothers. You know where I'm going with this, right, Gunk?
You're gonna have to refresh my memory here.
Uh-oh.
If I was there, I'd remember.
Let's just put it this way. I went and seen this movie with myself, our brother's wife, and 2 other people.
Sounds like he remembers.
I really don't,
No,
but I'm loving
no,
the story.
He knows
I know the
the
person.
time frame of where we're at now.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we walked out of that theater that day. that fuck that movie.
You know, the one movie that actually got me and my brother as kids was, you guys remember Darkness Falls? About the Tooth Fairy?
Oh,
Yep.
hell no.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. That
Loved
was,
it.
my mom made us
Shut
watch it. Oh.
So I'm gonna throw in one quick movie, and then I'm gonna go through my list because I know Daddy is currently battling a severe headache.
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, you're good. Okay. The one movie that kind of fucked me up as a kid, but now I love it, and Stephen King's It, the TV movie.
Yep.
But you have to keep in mind, I was very little when this came out, and my older sister had a bunch of her friends over at my father's house and decided, hey, we're gonna watch this movie with a clown in it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Little kid clowns, hey, yeah. And then I saw what the clown did. That fucked me up.
What that clown
But
doing?
now, one of my favorite characters is a clown. I love the Stephen King's It movies, the TV movies from the 1990s, and the
80s.
New Age ones. Oh, was it the 80s?
Pretty sure.
Stephen King's It.
Either way. Mm-hmm.
It 80s.
Okay. Well, watching that one as a kid and then watching it now, I look at my younger self like, you're fucking stupid. But,
Just
So-
wait 10 years.
Real quick, I'm gonna add to that because you brought up of something as a child. The one that did me in was Hellraiser.
Oh yeah.
oh,
Really?
I love that series.
As a kid, I
Yeah.
was like, when did the first one come out? Like early
Oh,
80s?
jeez. Yeah, mid 80s, I want to say. Hold on, I'll find out for you. 1987.
Alright, so late 80s. I saw that probably 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, you.
I was over at my sperm donor of a father's house, hanging out with my cousins, and I was in my oldest cousin Adam's room, and they were like, "Let's put on a movie," and the first thing they put on was fucking Hellraiser. I left that room faster than fucking The Flash. Like,
Oh, I don't doubt it. I could imagine watching that as a kid fucking you up mentally.
yeah.
Having watched all of the Hellraiser series, I've seen all the movies from the very first one to the recent remake they just did on Hulu. And if you haven't watched that, very good. But let's get on track here. So the horror games that I actually have a short list. On my list, I have played all but one. The one that I haven't played, I read up on, and when I tell you what it is, you're going to be like, what? But I'll explain it. So the first one I have is The Evil Within.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's kind of a mental
Yep.
thrill,
Mm-hmm.
but there is a horror aspect to it. Layers of Fear 2.
Yup.
Daddy had fun editing a video for me on that one.
Yeah, that was fun. That's when I was trying editing.
Because there was a scene I was sitting there going around, and there's this fucking vase, and it's sitting there. As I walk by, it drops to the floor. I'm like, okay, the fuck? But I think it's when I turned back around, it was in a different position than where it had fallen. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. It was a mental fuck. My next one is a kind of a tie-off of Daddy's. Slender Sanitarium. And this one I can recall, it was me, Cody, Marcus, and Adrian sitting in the living room at the old house, and we had hooked up a laptop to the big screen TV. We were like, hey, we're gonna play this. Yeah, the lights were off. That was a terrible decision. Out of all of us, the one who has never played it before, Marcus, played it. First try, got all 8 pages and almost to the elevator. Slender Man appeared right in front of him. Got him.
No, thank you.
The other two, so my next one is one I've played, Blair Witch, the video game they came out with.
Y'all.
It is so messed up. It's a good game, but it messes with you.
I'm sure the
last one
game
is
is
one-
good.
I know you don't like the movie.
Shit movie.
It's a one-of-a-kind kind of movie, all right?
So one of a kind in the toilet.
Hey, yo.
Anyways, the last one I found is one I've never played, and I saw the name and I said, what the hell? But then I read about it, and it... So the name of the game is Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, when you think of that, you don't think horror at all, right? It starts out like a normal game. but then it drastically gets darker and more horror-esque from what I've read as you play, and it just spins. So I'm curious to look into that myself. But that's the list of the horror games that I found.
You know what-
Honorable mention. Sorry, Gio.
That's fine.
Honorable mention from my chat was Silent Hill. Somebody was actually kind of upset that nobody said Silent Hill.
I had that on my list,
I played it on the Wii.
but
I just never found it.
I never
scary.
played it.
I think it's more eerie, scary than
Mhm.
like some of the games that we mentioned.
Yeah. I mean,
I just always thought Pyramid Head was a badass, so
Yeah.
Yep.
between
I was like,
Pyramid Head
if
and
I'm
the
getting
fucking
killed by this
nurse-
motherfucker, that's an achievement. Let's go.
I mean, the fucking nurses alone, any sound you make, they fucking come at you.
To be fair, horror games are great.
To be fair.
To be
To be fair.
His face is like, son of a bitch.
Go ahead, Gio.
No, just wait to say, to be fair, that's something that
To
we...
be fair.
That's something we need to all do, is find a multiplayer horror game that's like either cheap on Steam or free, and we all
Outlast
just
Trials.
fucking play it. We all just need to get together
Whenever
and
it
play one.
releases.
Mm.
I
Gunk
mean,
and I
that'd
are
be a
into that
good
one.
To really get, that'd be a one to get clutch into. Is Outlast
Join,
Trials.
you gonna join Gunk and I in that one there, Clutch? It's
I'm
up to
down
4
to try
players.
anything.
Hey yo!
Hey,
He gets
yo.
like 2-3 minutes in the game. Fuck this. Alt F4 uninstall right fucking now.
It'll be faster than fucking Gunk's Rocket League days.
Hey, yo.
Oh!
Hey, I still have it, and I do still play occasionally. Anyways.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Rocket League. Overwatch.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
there
Yeah.
it is. Yep.
About
Get
4
good,
games,
scrub.
and I'm like, nah, uninstall.
Get good.
Mine will be the first thing that fucking chases me. No, fuck you!
I quit.
Another honorable mention, Resident Evil.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good cities.
See, I never took that
realized-
as like horror, just more like intense action.
Yeah.
I mean, the zombie aspect, I think, is what gets some people on that, though. That's why.
See,
I
at
don't,
this
I don't know if
point-
that's because the movies, like, didn't really make it horrifying. They made it more like action packed.
It's one of the
Yeah.
reasons why I
With
enjoy
just
the
creatures.
I know this is an honorable mention that Machine can agree on Phasmophobia.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was actually just thinking.
I was
like,
gonna
you
try
know,
that in fucking VR.
You are fucking up. You are fucking up if you do that.
Oh. As if adding
That's how somebody
nausea
gets
on
hurt.
top of fucking that.
You'll be one of them fucking TikTok famous fucking being videotaped in the VR, and all of a sudden someone comes up behind you, just fucking
Bah!
Mike Tyson their fucking ass.
Be
I mean,
my
I'm just
luck
saying,
if be one of my
this
kids.
Is how much. This is how much that game fucked
fucking
with
just
me.
punt that fucking child across the room.
Or my dog.
Our friend Brash was playing it one night and was streaming it live in Discord. I'm sitting here like I am right now with my webcam on at our old apartment, and I can see behind me. So my webcam's like either right next or right below where he's streaming this, and so I'm watching him play, and I can hear the voices and everything in the game, and I still catch myself. I'm staring, and I'm just fucking looking around because that shit was fucking with me. Machine and I have played, and it still fucks with me.
You guys
My
have
favorites.
Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
We should all fucking play.
I like to fuck
Yeah.
with the ghost and piss it off.
I can sit in the van.
Oh,
I
also
just sit in the
I-
van and watch our
I can
sanity.
That's
drop
usually
and
what-
go die.
That's what Owen does. It's fucking hilarious. I got a TikTok I have to send you guys of him playing with me. He's one time we had one of the. It goes on hunting. You know, Gunk. You know that certain
Oh,
song
yeah.
when it goes hunting.
Mm.
It went hunting. I went to go turn the lights off, and Owen was following me. He's like, "Where'd you go?" I'm like, "I'm right here. Come on." And then when I went to go turn the lights off, I went into hunting mode, and fucking Owen's like, "Ah, stare at the ground. I can't hurt you." He's just fucking. You just turn around and his character's holding the camera up like this, just staring at the ground. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
watching at home, do not do that in the game. You will die.
Oh, never! I
You know,
died laughing.
There is a horror movie that I wish they would make a game from. Stay Alive.
Mm.
I'm just saying. The game that they put into that movie, I think would be an interesting survival horror game.
Was that the video game one?
Based on Elizabeth Bathory, yep.
Yes. Okay.
I would love to see a game based off of that. That's just me. I think it would be interesting to play. But I think that pretty much covers us for tonight, guys.
I think so.
Well, Daddy,
Oh.
Yes.
Blanky,
Yes.
Machine,
Yes.
Clutch, Dio,
Chupapi?
Moniano.
for fuck's sake.
I hate it here.
I'm Gunk Punk. Thank you all for watching the Dysfunctional Gamers podcast. We are dysfunctional as fuck. And we'll see you
I
next
ain't no
week.
fucking lie.
Peace out, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Bye.